Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Juan. Fingers crossed.
Hey.
Hey, and Jay.
Hi guys.
And I'm Sean, and this is our theme music. Hey everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying. We've made it to episode 6. How have you guys been this week?
Good.
Guys, I started Ozark. I'm on episode 3.
Oh, what do you think?
I honestly understand why people can like it, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. I don't think I'm gonna make it through the first season. In fact, I think your description last week, Jay, of it being like a Breaking Bad-ish, where characters make choices that don't necessarily fit their decision.
Yes.
Yeah, like it I can, maybe because you said that I see it that way, but it looks that way to me.
Yeah, it's like some of the choices that some of the characters make. I don't know why they do it. I feel like sometimes they make these choices to kind of like stir shit up. It's like, oh, let's make it exciting, and I'm just gonna make a really bad decision, and then it just makes people go, oh man, he's really fucking up right now.
Yeah, you know who Jason Bateman reminds me of? He reminds me of Michael Bluth, except like as if he was going to do some real actual like trouble.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of every episode, I go, oh, he's going to make a poor choice right now, or have a bad idea, and then carry it out. And then he's going to talk himself into a somehow better solution.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Michael Cera to come out and him kind of bond with his son.
Yeah, I think that long-haired guy is supposed to be like the Michael Cera proxy. I don't think he's actually like supposed to be in the show.
I do like the old man. He's a good character.
You know what? He seems to be the most interesting one, because the kids are basically like bratty kids, like bratty privileged kids who have to move to the middle of nowhere, and like yeah, the mom seems like a very annoying soccer mom. Like she's all the worst parts of Skylar from Breaking Bad, in my personal opinion.
I mean, keep watching. She changes. She gets a lot better, actually.
All right. Well, I'll try and muscle it out. But to be fair, I'm continuing my nostalgia watch. So I've started watching Dawson's Creek as well. Yeah,
Dawson.
It'll be on. Yeah, the Dawson. That show is ridiculous, to say the least.
Wasn't Kerry Russell on that show?
No, Kerry Russell.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
When? I don't remember.
I think she was towards the last season.
I don't remember Kerry Russell being on that show.
I thought she spawned off Felicity from Dawson's Creek.
Was that? I literally just started the first season.
I'm going to look it up right now.
I will. This guy, the power of Google.
Internet Movie Database, actually.
IMDb.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, internet. Okay. Yeah. If I remember Felicity correctly, she left some small town to follow this other guy to New York. My wife actually loved Felicity. It was a good show. The Pink Ranger was in it. So hey.
Oh, Amy Jo Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. How was your Halloween, Jay?
It was okay. I didn't really do anything. I just kind of turned the lights off, make sure that nobody came to the door, didn't answer the door when people came to the door, so it was good.
Yeah. We I think we talked about it last week, but I was supposed to take the kids over to Ledesma's, and they had a great time. He just loaded them up on sugar. We had a nice, safe, socially distant Halloween. The kids had a great time. But Juan, and I realize I haven't asked you how your week's been, but it sounds like you're wrestling somebody over there. So
he's wrestling IMDb for information.
It's true.
Tell me about Kerry Russell.
So how was your week, man?
I actually started watching. I just finished Castlevania on Netflix, and before that I watched Blood of Zeus.
The animation styles are kind of the same,
yes,
right? Like,
yeah, it's like American style. It's an American anime based off of like Greek mythology and Zeus, and some of like his sons and like bastard offspring, and it's crazy.
Just like Zeus.
Dude,
Just like
yeah,
Zeus.
like it's great. It's very gory. There's nudity. There's a lot of it's amazing. Like it's like an animated. It's like Game of Thrones if it were an anime, you know.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
and Castlevania is worse. Like Castlevania, Castlevania, the first season's only 4 episodes, but they are the most goriest episode. Like it just rains blood in the like I imagine them running out of red ink because there's so much blood in it.
It's like I'm running out of red ink. What can I do? I don't know, man. Just use your real blood,
Oh,
I guess.
I
I don't
guess we
know.
can cut more people up in this animated show. But it is fantastic. It's really good. It's like Game of Thrones if Game of Thrones had vampires and demons.
Yeah, it looks. The thing is that like I see the trailer. I saw like the beginning. It looks interesting. It's just like I don't know what it was. I just couldn't like get into it. My wife is watching it and she's like hooked. So
Yeah, dude. I like for the first season it was just like they're ripping each other apart. And then the second season happened and it's mostly the same. And then it got to an episode and I started tearing up because I was like, wow, this is really emotional. Like I didn't expect it to be this emotional, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is good. This is really good.
What? Yeah, anime is usually good though. I mean, anime can be underrated at times, but anime for the most part is usually pretty good.
Anime is like it's either really, really grounded with like a slice of life stuff where it's just like, oh, they're camping or whatever. Or it's really out of this world, like crazy, like stuff that you never thought about, and they just animated. It's like a fever dream that they just animated it to. It's like,
yeah, I kid you not. This is a real anime. It's called Fruit Baskets, and the main character can't be touched by girls because he turns into an animal.
Yeah.
It's like what's
why? That called again?
It's called Fruit Basket.
Okay,
but you're supposed to be our IMDb correspondent and tell us if Carrie Russell was in
no, she was not. But I did forget she was in Married with Children.
I don't remember her.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, to be fair,
I remember Carrie Russell being on the Mickey Mouse Club, and I had the biggest crush on.
She was on the Mickey Mouse Club?
Carrie Russell.
Did you guys ever watch Felicity?
No.
Oh, okay. Just me. Well, the reason why I ask is because there's a huge thing about her cutting her hair.
I remember that. I remember that aspect of it.
Didn't she do that after she ended the show?
She did it during the show.
No.
Like in between seasons, and then people were in an uproar. Oh my God, she cut her hair. Why did she do this? Like, it's her hair, you know?
It was it's her hair, and she cut it because she was like, she was doing that thing where she cuts her hair and she's like a new woman, and she's making her way downtown. Faces
and
past,
I'm sure the writers wanted her that way, so they wrote, Felicity gets a haircut. But people like were not having it. They
it was
at the time they were writing letters, like emailing.
Listen. If this were today, it'd be trending on Twitter. It'd be taking over Instagram. There'd be pages dedicated to it.
Yeah, it was so crazy. It was so crazy, for a haircut.
Hey, so now that you're done wrestling IMDb, Juan, how was your week?
No, my week was good. Getting ready for my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and I'm actually happy. I went to the eye doctor, and my eyesight got better, so I'm happy.
How did it get better?
Because of the diabetes, I'm getting it under control. So consistently for the last couple of years, my eyesight has gotten worse. And this year is the first year that it got slightly better. So I'm happy with that.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations. How many fingers?
The middle one. Yeah.
Yes, the high one. The only one that matters.
Yeah.
Hey, so how's your Halloween, Juan? I think Jay talked about his Halloween a little bit.
Good. Halloween? I mean, you were here, so I'm assuming you're just asking me because of the show. So yeah, no.
There are microphones in front of us. So.
That's also true. If I'm being honest, it was a little bit of a setup for you because I don't know if you remember this, but I had some questions I wanted to ask you because we played a game of Cards Against Humanity, the Disney edition, and then you said that you went ham on something, and I asked you what ham meant, and you didn't.
Oh, fuck you, dude! Fuck you very much.
I'm here now to ask you on the public platform, what does ham mean? What does the acronym ham mean?
I can Google it, but I'm gonna start losing.
Sean, I don't know what ham means.
Thank you.
Okay, so like if someone were to say to you, Juan, I went ham at the gym, what would you think?
I meant like you went crazy, you went full force.
Yes, that's exactly what it means. But the acronym stands for ham, HAM, hard as a motherfucker. Ham. So here's the thing. When you couldn't answer that question, it made me think, what else common slang for this current youth don't you know? So I have another one for you. And I don't want you to look
I can't because every time I look it up, I lose my microphone. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you ready? What if first thing comes to mind, what do you think the word yeet means? YEET, yeet. I'll use it in a sentence if you like.
And I can't use my Urban Dictionary, right?
No, you can't. I had to yeet. I had to yeet before I got yeeted.
How's that even a fucking sentence? Fuck you.
What do you think it means? What do you think it means?
I don't know. Yeah, I had to take a shit before I got shitted on.
No.
No. Fuck you. No. Fuck you. Jay, what does it mean?
I don't know. I was hoping
fucking
to get that question answered.
Fucking Sean is Urban Dictionary on two legs, making fun of me for not knowing stupid things. Yet he's not asking you, who's probably in the same boat as I am.
You know, over the past like couple years, working with people that are younger than me, I've learned a lot of new slang that I had never heard before. Like that.
Go ahead, Jay.
Someone asked me what the tea was, and I didn't know. Which
it's raspberry.
It's raspberries. Which means gossip, and I didn't know. And it's just like these little things that make me feel old. It's like it's so weird. Someone said head ass.
No.
Dead ass. Yeah, they said dead ass, and I'm like, what does dead ass mean? Like, and they said, oh, like dead ass serious or yeah.
It's okay. One last one. I feel like this.
Your mom.
Oh, thanks. Gucci. If one of the kids said to you, "It's Gucci," or that new Travis Scott meal at McDonald's is Gucci, what would that mean?
Gucci sponsored it. No, that it's high. I don't know. It's high end.
That is high.
I don't know, dude. What the fuck?
No, it would mean that
it's the tits.
It would mean that it. Yeah, man. He's not wrong.
You know what? I'm gonna bring
back
like 80s slang. Like I'm gonna say radical a lot more.
Cowabunga.
Tubular.
That was pretty rad.
And that was very rad. I just watched the 2017 or 2016 Ninja Turtles remake. It was not that bad.
The Michael Bay.
Yeah, the second one. The first one was a little trashy, but the second one was it redeemed itself. I mean, if you can get over the way they look, it was just camping.
Did you guys ever remember the whole melodrama that Michael Bay had caused because originally when he was going to remake the Ninja Turtles, he didn't want them to be turtles from the planet Earth. He wanted to be aliens.
I do.
And it caused such a big fucking uproar. So instead they were April O'Neil's pets.
Yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. If he was going to do anything, because it's such a beloved property, I don't think you don't make the Ninja Turtles space aliens.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Don't mess with something that's so beloved, because the people that loved it back then are old enough to complain and write letters and get you shut down.
True. Yeah, it's very, very true. It's but speaking of heroes
in a half
all
shell
that stuff, are you guys on a turtle power? Are you guys like fatigued at all by all these superhero movies? I mean, there's been a lull because of COVID, but I just mean like before all the shutdown, are you guys kind of tired of superheroes?
No. In fact, before we started, I was playing the Avengers game that I got for my birthday.
I heard that game sucks.
Do you like it?
You know,
Way to shit
I
right on it.
probably because I'm not that big of a gamer like everybody else. I'm liking it so far.
Is it open world or like is it mission
I'm doing
based?
a campaign right now, so mission based.
I heard it's very repetitive. You do a lot of
Gotcha.
the same things over and over again.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, but again, you're talking to a guy that is happy with his Switch. So playing a PlayStation 4 game that he likes, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
All right.
I know, Sean, you had mentioned that there was people that didn't care for it because the characters didn't look like the actors from the movies.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, you think about the time
Mhm.
it's coming out, right? You think like it's coming out right on the heels of Avengers Endgame, and those are like they are for this generation the embodiment of
Mhm.
those characters. So like then you get this game where like Thor looks like some bum, and Iron Man looks like a guy who couldn't shave. You're just like,
It-
what is happening? And then to be fair, the character models didn't look that good.
They
to
look
begin
like
with,
if the
so
stunt doubles were modeling for the game.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's very true.
actually kind of disagree. They don't look too bad, but again,
They don't look bad. I mean, I
Well,
honestly don't mind that they don't look like the movie actors.
yeah.
I just heard a lot of like negative stuff about it. Like it's very repetitive, and a lot of the characters play the same, and like you can play the Hulk who's so powerful, but then get killed by like a henchman or something. Like
Yeah, I've already gotten killed a couple times as a Hulk. The cool thing is you so far you're not just one character, you're playing as multiple characters. So I've already played as Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, and the Kamala girl.
Kamala Khan.
Yes. Is she a real character?
She's Miss
She's
Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, she's a real character.
I
Jesus
did not know
Christ,
that.
Juan.
I didn't. Again, my knowledge of
She's,
comics for Marvel were just the basics. I think I was more of a DC fan.
Kamala Khan is an Inhuman who has the power to manipulate her body, and she's a really big fan of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
So she fashions herself after.
Yeah,
she's
there's
a
lot
big
of, like fanboys and fangirls becoming superheroes in comics now.
Yeah,
that's what's happening in the video game. Kamala Khan wins a writing contest to go to the Adventures headquarters, and then everything starts going wrong, and they hijack this big Avengers ship, and it causes people to start becoming inhuman.
you should watch the Avenger cartoons because she comes out.
Which Avenger
she comes out
cartoons?
Oh, damn it! There's so many now, but I'm sure they're on Disney Plus. But there's or is it the Ultimate Spider-Man when she comes out? I can't. There's a lot of
The Ultimate Spider-Man is Miles Morales, right?
That's in the Ultimate Universe Spider-Man, yes. But there is another cartoon called Ultimate Spider-Man where Peter Parker from the Ultimate Universe is the main character, along with Tigress, and Kamala Khan's one of the side characters, and so is Nova.
Interesting. Did you guys, since we're talking about comic stuff, do you guys remember when DC and Marvel did the, and I'm going to mispronounce this, the amalgamation universe?
Yeah, the amalgam comic. Yeah.
No, you got it right. Yeah, it came out with some of the Wolverine and Batman, Dark Claw, which is probably still like the greatest characters.
Lobo Duck, which was Howard the Duck and Lobo.
Yeah.
I have those comics. I actually like that little crossover.
Oh, you should keep those. Those are expensive now.
Teddy has been going through them, man. I love my.
You let a baby touch these
dude. I don't let the baby do anything. He does. He's a fucking ninja. Next thing you know, I turn my back and he's undoing the comics or ripping stuff apart. Yeah. You've seen the glass cabinets I have with collectibles. I had to tape them shut because he kept on opening them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like those comics aren't worth anything other than just to look at. So
this is just payback because when I was growing up, my older brother, 12-year difference between him and I, so I'm pretty sure they thought he was going to be an only child. So he was pretty spoiled. He had a lot of toys, and here I came along and I destroyed them. And some of the toys I remember breaking or destroying of his, and even mine, would have been worth a lot of money nowadays, man.
Well, I mean, no one thinks about that when
It's freaking.
they have their toys, you know.
Well, tell me that when Teddy's
Yeah,
ripping the shit out of my comics
Well, I
or
mean,
whatever
you
collectible I have.
you know now because you're an adult, but you know when you're a kid and you have these, like, I had a bunch of
yeah,
He-Man toys that are worth so much money now, you know, and I don't
I
have them.
know, I know. I
yeah, man.
fucking went through one of those articles of toys that are worth a lot of money now, and I had about half of those toys, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Do you know how many Voltron toys I put Cheetos into their mouths because
Holy crap,
Blue
man!
Lion, eat these Cheetos.
yeah, he's eating this Cheeto, man. Hey, they get hungry.
So,
They get hungry.
are you guys a Marvel or DC Universe type of people?
I don't know. I like both.
I
Mm-hmm.
However, look, I love the Marvel stories. I think they're complex. They're more compelling. They do a lot more character work with the Marvel characters. However, I feel like the DC stories, as far as mythology goes, I think they're gonna outlast Marvel. You know, like because DC seems more like
yeah,
the modern day Greek mythology type character.
I don't know. Marvel's been around for
personally,
quite some time, man. I think they're here to stay. They're not
I
going
mean,
anywhere.
I think Jay kind of hit the nail on the head. Is that right? They have the right now, but their stories will be forgettable. In fact, the story that like the main MCU uses has been it's back from the '80s. Like they haven't really done anything new. The most recent one that they got close to was Captain America: Civil War, and that was really like an Iron Man. That was like a universe
Yeah.
Marvel universe thing. So
So,
I and
so
with
educate me here. Who killed off their universe first, DC or Marvel? Because I know Marvel killed off their universe, and that's when they started with the Ultimate series. And then DC had
it
gotten all out of hand, killed off their universe, and then started the 52, right?
No, they
no,
did the
well
Infinite
DC has been
Crisis.
no. They did, yeah. They did Crisis, yeah. Infinite Crisis, Crisis on Infinite Earths, but they've been killing their universe forever. Like,
Didn't they do the 52s, or
Green,
am I making that shit up?
Well, they've been doing that
no,
for a
they
long
did do,
time. They've been killing off
yeah.
characters, rebooting the characters, you know, reinventing stories
Mm-hmm.
for however they've been in existence, you know.
Yeah, that's how you get the two versions of Green Lantern. You get Alan Scott and Hal Jordan, which is the Golden Age versus Silver Age versus Bronze
Because
Age, like
didn't at one
heroes.
point didn't they change the storyline for Superman like really big, where he doesn't end up with Lois Lane, he ends up with Wonder Woman?
Look, when Batman first started
They,
fighting crime, he had a gun.
yeah, and you know, do you remember the era of like electric blue and electric red Superman? Do you remember that? That was like the worst.
Yeah, like in the
the
90s,
worst.
right?
Yeah, like early '90s, like mid '90s, where yeah, he depowered a sun and it split him into two,
Yeah.
like red and blue, and one side was super good and one was kind of a dick, and then they realized that was a mistake, and now he's back to being.
You know what I truly loved about Superman? I read a novel, not a graphic novel, the life and death of Superman, and then after that, I went and looked for the death of Superman comics, and that was probably my favorite storyline when it comes to Superman.
Yeah, I think my favorite Superman story is Superman Godfall. It's where he gets trapped in Kandor with he loses all his memories. It's drawn by Michael Turner, and I think Michael Bendis is the author. But anyway, it's an interesting story, just an Elseworld
So,
story.
who do you think would win, Superman versus Thor?
Superman. It's Thor's a god, yes, but Superman's powers are meant to be limitless. So it doesn't matter what happens, as long as everyone's conditions for power are met. Then
Yeah, I mean
Superman
that's
will
why
win,
it's
no
so
matter
hard
what.
to write Superman stories because he's all powerful. You know, he barely has any weaknesses. It's kryptonite and magic. You know, like
Well, no,
Yeah,
no. He also
and
needs
his
the only reason
humanity.
he has power is because of the yellow sun. Put him anywhere else, and he doesn't have the fucking power.
yeah, but I mean
Well,
most of the stories take place
but
on
that's just it.
Earth or anything around a sun.
yeah, yeah. It's so here's the
Okay,
thing.
Thor
So like
versus Superman in Asgard.
hold,
There's a sun.
well, yeah. Then yeah. Well, there's not the Earth yellow sun, so yeah, he loses. But I mean, all things being equal, where Thor's power source is available, and so is Superman's. Superman always wins because his powers are limitless. Thor Thor will get tired. He will fatigue. Superman
you know
won't.
what's
So you're
funny
you're
about-
telling me a powerless motherfucker like Batman can beat Superman, but a god cannot beat Superman.
What I'm telling you is that Batman without time to prepare will lose against Superman. Batman with 5 minutes will win.
Batman's always prepared. He's fucking Batman. He has the kryptonite ring that Superman gave him in his utility belt.
You know, this is why.
Well,
this is why
Go ahead, Jay.
the DC characters are gonna last longer than the Marvel characters. You know, because I mean everyone knows the Batman story. Everyone knows the Superman stories. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, it carries through time. You know, and it is timeless.
I feel like I disagree because there's so many other stories that Marvel has that I feel are timeless that I remember growing.
Like
Spider-Man,
what?
Spider-Man,
Like what?
Spider-Man, X-Men.
So who else? Who else? Oh, no. Which
Wolverine.
X-Men? Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
Cyclops.
So here's the deal. I think that there's a handful of characters that will live on forever. Spider-Man, Wolverine.
What about Iron Man?
Jean Grey. No, because I don't think so. Because before the MCU, Iron Man was nobody. In the comics, he's a big deal. But like he's a drunk, crazy genius. But before the MCU
no one
movies,
knew.
What about the Hulk?
In fact,
the Hulk.
The Hulk. He's another one of the characters who will be around forever. He's so popular that Universal won't give the rights back to Marvel.
The thing about the Hulk is he's derivative of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know, like that.
Yeah.
That's who the Hulk is. He's a split personality. But I mean,
What about the Punisher?
But
Punisher's Batman with a gun, and
yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like Marvel is strong enough in its own rights, and some of those stories will continue. What I do agree with is the characters from DC are a lot more popular or more known before the movies started making a comeback. MCU, you had the big ones like the Hulk, Spider-Man, even Punisher were known. X-Men were known. But what the MCU did, what Jon Favreau did with Iron Man, is he brought them to light to a new generation and made them a lot more popular.
Yeah, I think objectively, you can't say that the MCU dollar for dollar, like movie for movie, hasn't developed their characters better, hasn't had more compelling stories like in the theaters. But I think when you look at the DCEU and you look at their characters, they're just those core 7 characters, and 2 of them weren't there. But like the Flash, Iron Man, the Flash, Superman, Batman, Aquaman,
you're naming all the super friends.
Well, yes, because those are they had a cartoon back in the day.
Super Friends.
They're not going anywhere.
Well, that's the other thing. I think DC broke into other markets sooner than Marvel, because growing up, all I remember from Marvel were the X-Men cartoons and the Spider-Man cartoons. But with Superman, I remember Superman, Super Friends, Batman 66, the crossovers with the Snoopy cartoons. Not Snoopy cartoons, Scooby cartoons. Scooby. And then you also had the TV shows. You had Lois and Clark. Hulk.
You have the Flash.
Yeah.
You have the Flash with John Wesley Shipp and Lois and Clark. And I think you're right. And I think, if I'm being honest, like I love The Man of Steel. I think it's the best Superman movie we've had in the last decade. Personal opinion. I fight.
Is The Man of Steel the one that essentially takes on after Superman 2?
No, that's Henry Cavill Superman. It starts the DCEU. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the best one, the best Superman movie we had in the last.
No.
But anyway.
I thought The Man of Steel was essentially, wasn't that the one that restarted the Superman franchise? But it was going to continue the storyline after Superman 2.
Superman Returns.
Oh, yeah, Superman Returns. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably
You
the
know,
worst Superman movie
I
we had
remember
in the
when
last 10
Superman
years. The
Returns
last
came out,
20 years.
and it was the first Superman movie that came out after like so many years. And I
Yeah.
went to go see it in the movie theater, and that you know Superman crawl came up, and I was like, I started tearing up because like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
rest of
I
the
remember
movie is
sitting in
okay.
theater.
I think
Yeah,
I fell
I
asleep
mean,
during Superman Returns.
It's a long movie. You can watch that movie in 15 minutes, and I'll tell you how to do it right now. You watch the plane scene, the bullet scene, and then you watch the Kryptonite Creator scene.
Yeah,
There
and
it
then
is. Done.
and then there's that scene
That's
where
15 minutes.
Superman is like this deadbeat dad, and he just want to take care of his kid.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, he got how old is that?
Oh, that's right. Amy
Ooh.
Adams plays Lois, right?
No,
No, it's not. It's the
yeah,
Kate Bosworth. Kate Bosworth. And she got a lot of shit.
yeah.
for
And then
playing
Superman
that-
didn't want to
playing
pay his
that role.
hospital bill. He's
Yeah, he was like, I'm getting
Okay,
out of here,
I think
man.
I'm getting
Screw this.
my actresses confused. Was Amy Adams in any of the
she was
Superman
in Man of
movies?
Steel.
Yes, she Man of Steel.
Okay.
She's the DCEU Lois.
So okay, so I'm definitely confusing my
Yes, you are.
my movies.
Welcome back to
Well,
the conversation.
Man of Steel was divisive. I mean, it's a good dive into the character of Superman. You know, like because nobody like tries to dissect Superman as a character. You know, he's just this all powerful, all good. You know, fights crime for the good of the people. You know, but this was
Until he's
Yeah.
exposed to red kryptonite.
well. I mean, why he does why he does the things that he does. You know, people they don't really go into that.
Yeah.
And Man of Steel was really good at like, oh, you know, like he's different. People aren't going to accept him. You know, like why would you know? It was all these issues
Yeah.
that no one really thought about Superman.
That's
So
that's
who
what-
do you think?
That's why it's my favorite.
Who do you guys? Oh, go ahead.
That's why, no, that's why it's one of my favorite Superman films, just because it deals with him on a human level.
Who do you guys think was the best Superman?
Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, I think Christopher Reeve, he takes it every time. I think he had charm, he had style.
He just embodied
had all of
Didn't
it.
he get
Superman
some-
archetype?
Didn't he get some plastic
Yeah.
surgery as well to be able to play the character?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I know that he was like really skinny, so they wanted him to beef up like for the role. And this is like 70s beef up, not like Henry Cavill. This is but I don't think he had plastic surgery. I think they might have thought he was a little small for the role.
Did I ever tell you guys that I always liked Dean Cain as Superman?
I think you've mentioned it a few times.
Is it 'cause he's
but
a
why?
cutie?
Why is that?
I don't know.
Dean Cain was like probably the worst Clark Kent ever. He was like the smoothest. Like I think if he had walked in, I would be like, "Yeah, what's up, Dean Cain? Yeah, no, I'll go back to your apartment," because he was just so smooth. Like as a Superman, like he as a Clark Kent, like you know.
he's like who's the second Spider-Man? Andrew Garfield. Like
Yeah.
he's
Andrew
too
Garfield.
cool for Peter Parker. You know.
You know how Andrew Garfield got the role of Spider-Man?
Did he walk to the wall?
No. He always wanted to play Spider-Man, and I guess he had sent pictures to the director of him as a kid in
That's
costume
creepy.
as Spider-Man, so he could try to get the audition and get the role.
I mean, he was a good Spider-Man. He wasn't a great Peter Parker.
Yeah, his I really do like his Spider-Man 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 have some of the best spider scenes ever made. But that's like the nerd. That's like the nerd in me that just loves those. Those
I
scenes.
Tobey
really-
Maguire was a good Peter Parker, but he wasn't the great Spider-Man.
Mhm.
You know what I really enjoyed the Tobey Maguire movies, and I'm a big fan of Sam Raimi, but I didn't like his directing for those movies because a lot of Sam Raimi came out in it for it.
There was some camp.
a lot-
There was some camp scenes in it.
Yeah. I mean, the one that I still remember, which one was it? The second movie with Dr. Octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best of the trilogy.
When
Probably the greatest superhero movie of all time.
when he's
For sure.
being operated on and his tentacles take charge and start killing
Yeah.
people.
Oh yeah,
The screaming and the blood and all that stuff. I'm like, that is so horror film, B horror film, Sam Raimi.
But you got to understand. You got to understand
Well,
at the
yeah.
time there wasn't
Yeah.
a lot of superhero movies out, and like Sam Raimi's camp
Mhm.
just added to like that superhero feel. So it made it feel like a comic book movie. You know.
Yeah, it was a classic immersion of a villain. It was like, you know,
Yeah,
the
it was
moment he lost control,
very
he became, you had no question.
Frankenstein-esque.
Yeah, you have no question of his moral standing at that point. Like he just killed a room full of people who were trying to help him.
Which,
So he's obviously a bad
which
guy.
is
And
great
now he has a
because
trench
by
coat
the
and
end of
sunglasses.
the second Spider-Man movie, you kind of sympathize with Dr. Octopus, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Spider-Man 2 is probably the greatest superhero movie with like compared to any other one, any other movie. The only other movie that you could argue is a better superhero movie is Captain America:
What about
Winter
Superman
Soldier.
2?
Is that
Superman
the one
2,
where
the
they?
Richard Donner cut.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's good too. That's good too. But I still,
That's my
if
favorite
anything,
because
that's number
Superman
3
gives
for
up
me
his
personally.
powers for pussy.
He does. He does. He's like, oh, but I mean, but if I get in this jar, right? I mean, I can hit it. It's just like, it's true. Have you seen the
no, I
Donner
have
Cut
not.
one?
I hear it's a
It's on.
completely different movie.
It is. It makes Lois a hell of a lot smarter. She didn't take her like
Yeah.
half a movie to figure out he's Superman. She figures it out in the first 10 minutes. She's like, no, motherfucker, you're Superman. And he's like, but Lois, I'm not. And he's like, no, you're a liar. And she jumps out a window and he saves her. You should watch it. It's on. It's on
Are you guys
HBO
looking
Max.
forward to the Snyder cut for?
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. If I didn't have HBO Max, I would be getting HBO Max just for the Snyder cut.
Come on over and when it comes out.
I'm down. I'm down. So all this talk of superpowers, man, and superhero people. What are your top 5 powers?
I'll be Superman. Fuck you, since you guys like make him feel like he's a god and invincible and all the Superman powers.
If you're gonna be Superman, I'm gonna be Voldemort, and you'll be done in 2 minutes.
that's not a superhero, man. That's
your top 5 powers. You want all of Superman? Do you want eraser kisses? Is that what you want, or fly backwards of time travel? Like, what are you asking for?
You know,
fine. Since Jay, you'll be reasonable.
No, I can be reasonable.
Okay.
I would like.
Okay.
I would like teletransportation, like Nightcrawler. I think
Teletransportation.
Yeah.
Teletransportation.
Yeah.
You want like RTD or Metro?
Teleportation.
Teleportation. I think that Well, I would love to see a movie with teletransportation. Wasn't that train movie with Denzel Washington? Teletransportation.
Okay, you know what? I made a mistake. I would like that. I would like to be invincible, like Superman. Like bullets can bounce off me. 5 powers, right?
Dude, you're already scary with 2 of those powers. You can teleport.
Super speed.
You're invincible.
Super speed, flight, and I would say regeneration.
I think a better question would be 1 superpower and 3 weaknesses. Like that would balance you out.
Yeah,
okay, in that case, regeneration, pizza.
You want that to be your
regeneration?
No, regeneration is my power, and my weakness would be pizza. Anytime I see pizza, I'll stop and eat.
Wait, does something happen to you when you eat the pizza, or you just like stop your crying?
No, I just stop whatever I'm doing and I started eating the pizza, man.
I was supposed to save this group of people, but I saw that pizza place.
How about Jesus Christ? How about you, Jay? 1 superpower and 3 weaknesses.
Gosh, I've always been a fan of Flash's power. You know, just super speed, and probably whatever else comes with the Flash's power. My weak.
Oh, you can pick everybody, one person's whole power, but when I say Superman, I get told go to hell.
Well, you're like.
Well, no, because you're like the kid trying to hog all the toys.
I want to be
this is my truck, and no one else can play with it.
I don't want anybody to touch me. I want to be able to be invincible.
Yeah, you sound like.
Look, if I had the Flash's power, I'd probably have my own weaknesses. Like I'd still have diabetes, high blood pressure. I'm not fast. I can't run for a very long time, so. I would have to work on developing my superpower. So I mean, I'm fast. I'm really fast, but I have to work at it.
Yeah, I think I was not in the same vein as Jay, where I think I would want super speed or teletransportation as one, but but I think if I had to choose, I think I would choose teleportation. This way, I wouldn't have to wake up early. Because I knew I would be able to get there on time, so wherever I wanted to be on time. But if I had to choose weaknesses, I mean, I think for sure, as you got hot Cheetos would be one of them. I don't even know. I don't.
Wait a minute.
Like,
You can select food, but when I said pizza, I'm look like an idiot.
I mean, it's just so random.
Yes. You also have to remember that you said teletransportation maybe 2 minutes ago.
You know what?
You're
a jackass.
Yes, I'm the jackass.
I have all the powers in the world, but my one weakness is pizza.
My one weakness is people criticizing me. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Juan, you sound like you're done over there, my friend. Are you done?
We didn't cover all the topics.
Stick to the script, Sean.
Well, I mean, I can still go.
I'm concerned about your
sound like
I was done.
Okay.
I was getting my script ready, but fuck you. We haven't. I actually looked up the show notes.
I feel like you have more to say, Juan.
This is how you repay me.
Please go on. I mean, you were missing for like the first 10 minutes, so.
I just love the fact that I had technical issues and nobody bothered to check up on me.
We were like, "Where are you?"
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to the show, you'll hear us go, "Oh, did he leave?"
I was there. Like, I could still hear you guys.
Oh, you were in purgatory.
Oh, so then you were okay.
No, yeah, because you guys couldn't hear me.
I think you're a ghost.
I think you had your wish, Sean. I think I died, and
Sean, stop wishing for dark stuff.
Oh, I can't help it. I mean, first I wanted teletransportation, but now I just
wish that Juan would never tell a lie. So Juan, since you are so adamant about getting to the end of the notes, please go on. What's next?
Didn't you have the what if game?
I do. So Juan, since you're so anxious to go, I mean, if you are still okay with answering the question, so I have a question for you. Would you rather have super speed that's activated by the intense urge to go to the bathroom, or activated only when you're going to an empty bathroom or an empty bathroom stall that you've been to before?
Can you repeat that question, please?
So you have super speed, but it can only be activated one of two ways. Which would you rather have? Activated when you have to go to the bathroom really badly, or when you're going to the restroom, but you can only run to restrooms that are empty or that you've been to before that are empty.
You still there, dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The second one.
You could only run to the restroom?
Oh. No, both of them is you can run to the restroom. The first one was it gets activated when you have to go to the bathroom, but the second one gets activated when you have to go to the bathroom, but you could only go to a bathroom that is empty or that you've been there before. I think.
I'm sorry. I should have explained it. You can go to the bathroom anytime. However, the bathroom that you go to that you use your super speed with is only on an empty stall or an empty restroom.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one.
But I thought you.
Okay.
I thought you said it has to be also or a bathroom that you've been to before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you underestimate the knowledge I have of bathrms.
He's not a layman with the bathroom.
It's kind of scary.
You have to remember when we worked together, I had my set bathrooms that I would go to. I go to Disneyland. I have my set bathrooms I would go to because they're either the cleaner or the more empty ones.
You would call a connoisseur of bathrums?
Yeah. Oh, I see. I apologize for not.
Okay, I have one.
Giving you credit.
Wait.
No, but I have a question. Does this mean like I get super speed and I'll make it and relieve myself, or I'm going to run to the bathroom and not make it and shit my pants?
That all depends on you.
Well,
what kind of hero do you want to be?
Scenario. Yeah. Yeah. You want to be good, or you want to?
Okay.
All right. So you can
Jay, go ahead.
You can have super strength. You're the most powerful person in the world, and it's either activated by you being super horny or you having diarrhea?
I answered the last one, Sean. Why don't you go first?
Oh, let's see. I'm probably super horny since diarrhea, who knows, man? I might be punching somebody in the face and fucking shit my pants, and then I lose my super strength.
That's bizarre.
What I just mean, listen. If I'm gonna be in the middle of a fight, that's the only way. I don't want to have any.
Well, you fight someone with a boner?
What?
Sorry.
My question is,
Hey.
you're super horny. You get your super strength, and it's time to get down and dirty. You don't know the measure of your own strength, and you happen to hurt your partner.
Wait, what?
What? Wait, why am I fighting? Wait, why am I using my super strength?
Because you'll get your super strength every time you're horny.
Yeah, but not during sex. I mean, you just have to think. You just have to think of something to get horny.
No, it doesn't get deactivated like that.
So are you now you're just making up rules so that
this is a fucking game you guys made up. I can make up rules.
Well, no. See, what we did was make up scenarios to have people answer. What you did was just go, I'm making up my own rules. You're being that kid with the toys again.
I can see how he broke his brother's toys.
You don't. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, they must have been his toys when it happened, and now they're your brother's toys when they're broken. Juan, did you have one that you want to share with us?
No, I did not. I did not.
Okay, so Juan, in the same vein as Jay's last one, or I'll ask Jay, which is, so you have telekinesis, but it's only activated by holding your crotch, or
holding my crotch.
Holding my crotch.
If
his superhero name would be the Michael Jackson.
Come on.
Why would you even make that noise?
Michael
Why
Jackson's been
would you
dead
make
for how many
that
years?
stink?
You throw a Michael Jackson joke up there.
Everybody remembers how brutal he was to his crotch, man.
I remember his music.
I don't. Yeah. All right, Juan. So last one.
Yeah.
Last one. You have heat vision, but it's either activated by holding raw room temperature meat, or it's activated only to cook meat.
I would hold the raw meat.
What's the power again?
You can use it when it's a heat vision. You have heat vision, but it's activated either by holding room temperature raw meat, and you can use it for whatever reason, or it's activated only to cook meat perfectly.
I would use it to only cook meat perfectly.
I'm not surprised.
What you neglect is the fact that your enemies are meat as well.
Oh my God!
the fact that you look at humans as meat makes you a cannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean.
I am a cannibal, and what? Jesus Christ! Man.
I hear you guys taste like pork. You know what? I'm done.
Are you done?
Yes, I am done. Thank you for listening. If you can't get enough of us, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That handle is at INCYCSHOW, and you can also email us some suggestions or comments at INCYCShow@gmail.com. Lastly, we have merch with more on the way. Get your very own You're Crying shirt. Just follow the link in our show notes. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening.
Bye.
Have a great night. Jay, Sean, teletransportation. Fuck you all.
Bye. Out. Beam me up, Scotty. Teleport. Damn it.
Bye, guys.